Hello, this is a walkthrough of the code that we've provided that solves the first competition for the year. So um, basically, if you run this code and follow whatever we're doing in this video, you should be able to make a submission to Kaggle. And the purpose of this is just to get familiar with how this stuff works and to make a submission to Kaggle, which is the platform that we'll be using for future competitions. So this first block of code here basically gives Google Colab, which is the platform here, it gives it permission to talk to your Google Drive file system, so you can save files, like any files you generate here can be saved to your Google Drive, right? And so if you run this, I get this line here because I've already run this cell. But if you haven't run this cell already, then you'll be prompted to enter an authorization code that gives permission for Google Colab to access your Google Drive. And the instructions for that are pretty self-explanatory. And so then the next block of code actually generates the solution file for this week's competition, which is simply a file containing 1000 zeros in the proper format that Kaggle requires. So you have a header here, and then you just write 1000 zeros with the ID on the left hand side. And so if we run this, it'll take some time, but if we go to Google Drive, this is the Google Drive and this was the code that we just ran. You can see that the output text file just showed up, and if you click that, it's in the appropriate format that's required. And we have the header here, and then 1 comma 0 2 comma 0. So this was the IDs and these were the zeros, and there's 1000 of these. So that worked, and then we can just download this and then go to Kaggle. Your screen will look a little different because I am currently logged in as the host of the competition, so you won't have this host tab here, but you can just say submit predictions. Oh, I'm already there, and then okay, and that's our file, and make a submission. And so we got a score of 1 out of 1, which is perfect. And yeah, that's basically it.